What is good? What is up? It's Jordan, our Texans thoughts, and I'm here with Quintin Demps, my boy.
Boy,
Let's go. How are you doing, Quintin? We're back with another episode of Believe in Texans. How you
doing
doing today, man?
doing good, man. I got my fantasy draft later.
Hey,
Play some
who's good?
volleyball today. I'm doing amazing. My Texans 3-0 preseason. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing,
Let's go. Okay, where are you picking in your fantasy draft? Who are you targeting?
bro. So I won my draft my 10-man team draft last year. I won it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? My third ring, my fourth ring, I think. But
Jeez. In how many years?
yeah.
What's
So
your
I'm
record?
first pick, and
First pick this year. Okay, so you're ready. You have this locked in. Then you know who you're gonna go with.
I'm begging for it. I don't know.
Oh shit.
I don't know yet. It's at 8:30, so I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna go with Cooper Cup or Jonathan Taylor.
Damn, man,
Yeah,
that's tough.
I don't know which route I'm gonna do, man. So I'm gonna try to figure it out. Though I got another, hour and a half. So
Yeah, I think Cup is cold, but I think it's gonna be hard for him to live up to the year he had last year. Defenses are gonna
that's
be doubling him, like they're gonna give him all
true.
the attention.
That's true. But then they got Allen Robinson too, and like it's just
Yeah,
something. You got that the offensive guru over there, Sean McVay's gonna find a
yeah,
ball. And I just like you said, that's a scary thing. Is like him being able to live up to last year's numbers.
yeah, yeah. And then
Hey,
typically, like,
the receiver hot, he hot though. You know what I mean, like Larry Fitzgerald had his
yeah,
run, but the Johnson had their run. Like when you hot, you hot.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. I
Yeah.
get that. And then it's like it's tough because running back is typically like your safer position. You want to get your RB1, right? So and JT is pretty much as safe as it gets, I'd say.
Exactly, that's true too. Cooper,
It's
if I go Coop first pick overall, I'm reaching for something. I'm reaching.
it's like that. That's your go big or go home move. You know what I mean? That's
That's
gonna win you or lose you the
that's
league.
right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Absolutely, man. But okay, shout out to everyone who's in the chat here on YouTube. Vari, three guys on a mic. My boy Willie Boy P, YNG, Derek,
Oh,
Eden, Murphy.
that's
Let's
what I'm
go,
talking about.
Monty Magic, Andrew Cruz. We're undefeated, Quinton.
That's what I'm talking.
3-0 in the preseason. We were talking about this just before we started this, but man, I have been more than impressed. That's what you said too. More than impressed in this Texans.
Yeah, yeah.
What has there been one kind of, before we get into the 49ers game, we'll talk about that. Has there been one thing that's kind of like maybe stood out to you more than you really were expecting? Like one, like on defense, on offense, the pass rush, the coverage, anything? What you got for me?
Honestly, bro, I just really think like the team as a whole is kind of
Okay.
like.
Yeah.
I think you can tell Lovey has got demand of the team. I think towards the year they probably lost the locker room, but
Yeah.
I feel like, man, as a team, like that's how you win, bro. You cannot win in the NFL, be individuals, bro. To me, it just seemed like a team, a collective, man, a young man coming together, knowing they don't have a superstar. Even though Pierce might be on his way, but we don't have a head honcho guy right now. And so, man, let's come together and let's just bond and win some games, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just see that gelling, man. That jealous that I like.
Definitely, man. No, I love that point. I think I will admit I was someone that was kind of shocked that they went with the Lovie Smith hire with their head coach. I didn't really want another, retread, someone that had done it before. I wanted kind of a new face, a new up and comer. But he's showing like what that experience really means. Like he has been there before. He's been through this. He's won a Super Bowl. Like he knows what to do in this position, and the players respect him so much.
Hey, bro, that's what
they buy in.
That's what you see. You see a lot of guys. You see a team that's bought in, bro, to the program. So we got to credit Lovey, man, and that coaching staff for real.
Yes, sir. Credit Lovey, and we know at the end of the day, it's still preseason. We're gonna wait till September 11th to see how we look against the Colts and other teams in the NFL. But man, like I feel like most of us would have been like very okay if the Texans we would have understand if we were 0-3 in the preseason. So to be 3-0, be on the other side of the spectrum, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, absolutely
super exciting. I think like the future is definitely trending upwards for us. Yeah. And so let's get into the San Francisco 49ers game. We won, what was it, 17-0, the shutout, Q.
Where we shut out a playoff team now.
Yeah.
This is a playoff team, man, that we shut out. And I'm a defensive guy. I don't care how I look. I don't care who you playing. You got a 0.
Zero.
Our 2s ain't let you in. Our 3s ain't let you in. Us. You know what I'm saying? So that's big, man. That's huge. That's huge.
It's big for your confidence, right? For a team's confidence to know that they can do that to a playoff team. Kyle Shanahan, like everyone thinks of him as, one of the best offensive coordinators, offensive minds in football right now.
Right.
And yes, it's just preseason. He wasn't showing us all of the tools and tricks that they have to offer. But Trey Lance played, Deebo Samuel played, Brandon Ayuk played.
Yep.
Come on, man. So let's start on the defensive side of the ball. Your side of the ball. the best side of the ball for the Texans so far. Give me your star for this 49ers game, Q.
It's going to be so cliche, but the star of the team has to go to the whole defense, man. You know what I'm saying? The big zero, man, from the starters to the fourth string, man. Yeah. There's a lot about a team, especially the last game of the preseason. But if I had to be nitpicky, man, a guy that a lot of us may not really be onto is Derek Rivers.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Derek Rivers is making his case for look, man. Not only do I want to make the roster, but I need some playing. I need some PT. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going for defense.
I like that one a lot, man. He has been our most productive, pass rusher so far. But going into the 49ers game, he was third in all the NFL in pressures in terms of preseason. And he led us in sacks with 3.
Right.
So he's had a great preseason, always in the backfield. He's fueling that pass rush that, Lovie Smith really wants. Unfortunately, he had a bicep injury, Q. And so he's going to be out. Yeah, he's going to be out for a little bit.
Wasn't sure how serious it was.
I know, man. I haven't gotten an update yet, but it seems pretty serious where they'll probably put him on IR for the beginning. But then it's kind of nice that you have this like this sub that can come in late in the season, once he gets right. And once the other guys are kind of tired at that point later in the season, he can be fresh legs if he's healthy.
Yeah, that's right. I hate that.
I know, right? It sucks because you're absolutely right. You nailed it, man. He has been a star of that defense, so underrated.
Yeah.
And we need that. We need as many pass rushers as you want. You want a deep pass rush.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm with you on that. I think the other, I'm split between 2 Texans I want to give it to. I'll start in the trenches. I think Jerry Hughes looked really, really good.
Yeah.
He looked good, especially for a veteran who he's a little bit on the older side. He's a little bit near the end of his career, right? And so you don't necessarily know how they're going to look. Do they need to get eased into their game shape? But no. Jerry was there. He was ready. He was in the backfield chasing Trey Lance all day, and he looked athletic for a 30, I believe, 4-year-old.
You say 40?
34, 30. I'm pretty sure. I'm checking his age right now.
Probably like 30, 34. Somewhere right.
He's 33. So, yeah, he's born in 88.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's got to be almost 34 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to turn 34 this year.
Right.
So I thought he was a big addition for us. It's going to be him and Grenard on the outside. Between those 2 guys, I think Grenard can get close, if not hit double-digit sacks. I think he can get close to double-digit sacks. And then Hughes, he might not be a big-time sack guy, but he's going to be constantly in the backfield with pressures.
And then Mario, too, right? We got Addison, too.
Mario, too. We talked a lot about Ogbonnia Okoronkwo, number 45. Yeah. He's a good designated pass rusher.
Bro, you good as hell with names, man.
See, my memory is ass with everything else in my life, bro. But football names, I got it, bro.
Names, man. That's good.
Absolutely. So I love what I saw to Jerry Hughes. I'm glad that he's still the player. He's kind of seemed to always be, and he hasn't just fallen off a cliff. And sometimes some players that age, they can fall off, but he hasn't. Right. So good to see. The other person I was contemplating for the defense was Derek Stingley. And I know he didn't really make any impact in the box score, no PBUs, no interception, nothing. But sometimes that's how it is for a corner. Sometimes the best of the best corners, they're not even targeting them. And so when I went back and watched the film of the All-22, the coaches film, where you can actually see the secondary, it's a little bit better than just the broadcast view. Man, they did not look at Stingley, and he was blanketing whoever he was covering.
Yeah.
It was crazy. As a defensive back, can you talk about, I guess, sometimes with corners, if they're not getting interceptions, it still doesn't mean that they're not a good player. I mean, they're just not getting targeted, right?
Yeah, man. Picks are just, a bonus for you doing your job the right way. A lot of times, man, corners, man, that's all you can do, man. Just go out there, man, and lock down. It ain't always about, getting a pick at the corner spot. You know what I'm saying? Which is, but if you get some, that makes you even more better. But if you don't get no opportunities, no catch, no win. So
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You won all day long. You get no catches.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think Stingley had a great game, and I think he was even better than he was in his first game. And that's really what you want to see, just that your young players are getting better every game.
Right.
So I like that. Great performance by the defense. I'm going to run through some key stats for them that, it really showcased kind of our dominance. I think one thing we've been doing so far is we've been finishing drives well. On third down, we held them to just 6 of 15 efficiency, and they were 0 for 3 on fourth down. So you talk about these critical, gotta have it downs where you need your big playmakers to step up, and we're doing it. We're executing.
That's good.
So I like that. We had 3 sacks, 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles. We didn't recover any of them, but like you like to see that your guys are punching out the ball.
Right. That's that Lovie Smith.
Exactly, man. Exactly. And then we held them to just 51 rushing yards, which I thought was pretty good. Our run D looked a bit better than I thought it would. And then, yeah, as we transition over to the offense side of the ball, one thing I wanted to mention is only 6 penalties this week. We got it down.
That's good. That's huge.
Because both the other 2 weeks were in the double digits. And so now we kind of cut it in half almost.
I'm sure I brought that up in the meetings. I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot. But that was good to see we improved on. Let's move over to the offensive side of the ball, where our passing offense wasn't too much, but the rushing offense where we gained 156 rushing yards. We had over 100 more rushing yards than the Niners did.
Yeah.
That's pure dominance. That's controlling the clock. That is the formula for how the Texans want to win these games. Tough, hard-nosed defense, creating turnovers, and then pounding the rock and controlling the clock. So I think we did that.
That's how we built. That's the kind of team we have right now.
Exactly. That's how we're built.
The ball and don't turn it over.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. So who would be your star on offense? Who are you giving it to, Q?
Oh, man, I got to go with the young boy, man, Kenyon Green, man.
Yes, sir.
He made it put his stamp on his position, man. You know what I mean? I'm glad to see him back, man. I think the offense is doing well, too, man, with so many guys down. You know, Thompson's still out, but sure, I got to go with Green, man.
I like it, man. He was that bully, that mauler, in the trenches that you need to set the tone. So much of the run game is just about, setting the physicality, right?
That's right. That's right.
So it's great to have him back. Our 15th overall pick. He kind of showed why he was selected that high, because I wasn't expecting him to play that well, honestly. He's someone who has missed a lot of training camp, missed a lot of practices, and for most rookies, that can kind of set you back, and you might need to some in-game reps to really get the speed. But he looked good, man, from day one.
Line, especially on the offensive line.
Yes, sir. It's so much about chemistry and cohesion with the guys you're playing next to. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that we saw a good debut out of Kenyon Green. And we're kind of like our draft class is getting healthy now. Stingley's playing, Green's playing. We're really only missing Christian Harris, the linebacker. So it's good to see. I like Green's contributions. I think my star, I can't. It was for me. I was gonna say between Pierce and Green. Whoever you said, I would say the other one.
Yeah, that's right. Pierce, I'm telling you, man, Pierce is a rising star now.
He is, dude. I'm gonna pull up his stats right now. He had another very efficient day. He was the RB1 this time, Q. He was the first running back.
What that mean? I mean, he's starting this year.
It means he's starting. I didn't think it would happen this fast. I didn't think they would just give it to the rookie like that. But he's clearly been the best guy.
Yeah, for sure. Like without a doubt.
Yeah.
I think Mac had a couple runs today. I mean, yesterday. Mac kind of
he had a few, but at the same time, he was playing well into like the late third, like fourth quarter, and that's kind of like a signal that he's kind of a little bit lower on the depth chart than I guess we thought. But he had a solid day. 10 rushes for Marlon Mack for 55 yards, 5.5 per carry, which is a good day. Dameon Pierce played that one series, 6 rushes for 37 yards, 6.2 yards per carry, and 1 touchdown, all in one drive. That set the Texans preseason record. I mean, it's preseason record. It doesn't matter too much, but it set our preseason record since 2014 for the most amount of rushing yards on the opening drive.
Yep.
There you go.
Pierce is also a sleeper for my fantasy team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Feel
Keep him in mind. See, that's the thing. All my fantasy drafts that I do, they're always with Texans fans. And so like everyone knows about them. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So it's tough. But for you, that'll be good. Steal him, man. He'll win you your league.
We'll get him late too.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I thought he looked so good, so decisive with his vision. He always knows how to find the hole. Very good bursts to get upfield. Like he can just make one cut and just go.
Yeah, he's downhill.
Yeah, he loves to get downhill and then he'll finish runs too. Like he'll lower that shoulder, he'll truck you. Like,
right. That's right.
I think it's the full package with him, man. As a runner, like he's shown the absolute full package.
Yep.
So he's where my star goes. On offense, I gave mine to Pierce. Q gave his to Green. On defense, you went really with the entire thing plus Derek Rivers.
Yep.
I went with Stingley, Jerry Hughes type of thing. So we cover both sides of the ball. Now let's go to special teams, and then we'll get to your guys' questions. Do you have a star for us on special teams, Q?
Yeah. We just found out my man got cut, but kicker, man, who made a 58-yarder, man. A 58-yard not easy. And so I give it to him. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on special teams, man. As you know, the last preseason game is all about them young guys, man, being dogs on teams. So I went with him, man. Number 14, Amendola.
Matt Amendola, new kicker. We picked him up just for this game because Kenyon Green got injured. And Amendola played pretty damn well, made a long kick, looked solid, made all his PATs. And then unfortunately he got cut because I guess Fairbairn's injury's okay now.
Yeah, and I know what it's like to be cut, man. So I gotta give him love. I gotta give you some love, Amendola. We got you, boy. We got you.
We got you, Matt.
Stay at it, baby. Stay at it.
Keep grinding, man. Keep your head up. You'll find another role. You did your job. You know, man. At the end of the day, you did your job. You did what you came in to do. It's a tough draw. It's a business, but you'll find another spot, man. Good luck.
Once a Texan, always a Texan, big guy.
Exactly. Let's go. Okay, I'd love that. You give it to the kicker. I would give it to the kicker too. I would honestly just kind of give it to the general. Like, I think through these 3 games, our punt and kick coverage has been pretty damn good. Yeah. Like, I can't think of a single return where like they like flipped field position.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Kudos to the units in that general idea. Yeah, if you guys have any questions in the chat, I'm gonna go through some of them that you have already left here for us.
Davis Mills did pretty good too, right? I think the interception he threw, man, was in the red zone. Double whammy, right? You don't want that, but the guy made a spectacular play. You know what I'm saying? But Davis, kept his composure, man. He came down, threw a dime to Chris, right?
Chris Moore for the touchdown. Yep.
Chris, man. So look, we're running with Mills, baby. Let's go, Mills. We got you. Hey, we behind you. Hey, Driscoll, go sit down.
Oh.
Get your tail down.
No way. You're done with Driscoll. He's off the Driscoll train, guys.
No. Gotta do that. Don't get the ad. Or you do it later?
Sorry? I do got to do the ad. Let me do the ad. You guys leave your questions in the chat, and then we will answer them together after this. Thank you to Bet Online, our great sponsors. Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. Bet Online continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to Bet Online today or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50 to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. Yes, alrighty, there you go. Thank you, Bet Online. Yeah, no, I honestly, quick quarterback talk. Now that you brought it up, I do want to kind of talk about it. I thought Mills, he was okay. He did another thing where this seems to be the pattern with him is he'll start slow and it takes him a little bit to get in rhythm and get comfortable, but he'll finish strong. Yeah. And like you mentioned on that last drive, like before he threw that touchdown pass, like he took a big hit. Yep. He took a big hit.
That's right.
And you could tell it kind of like knocked him a little bit, but he got right back up and threw a dime. And it was a great throw behind the linebacker, fitting it in between that window to Chris Moore. So kudos to Mills. The other guys, Kyle Allen looked fine. Like just kind of like your game manager, your backup game manager. You know what I mean? It was fine.
Yeah, and I wonder if Pep Hamilton has something to do with that. Just keeping it real vanilla, keeping it real. Guys, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see when the coach come in town week 1. I mean, we're gonna really see, man.
All the players in their press conferences have talked about how they're very vanilla on offense. They're hiding things. And you look at some of their passing concepts, they're calling curl flat concepts like every other down. Like it's crazy. It's curl flat, slant flat, 4 verts. Like it's literally like you're playing Madden out here. Like you're asking Madden, like their offense. That's the preseason, man.
Right.
All right, let's get into these questions. What round? This will be good for the fans and for Q. Alejandro Mendez wants to know, what round should I draft Pierce in fantasy?
Hey, Alejandro, I can't be giving out this free game, man. My cash app, man. Hey, no. I don't know. I know I'm taking him. I'm taking him a little bit later than 3rd. I'm gonna see if he slipped down to the. Yeah. I'm gonna hold off long as I can, Alexandro. I'm gonna hold off long as I can to where the right time that I gotta get him and steal him.
That's the thing. There's always with fantasy, you always kind of have like a general plan, general guide, but it comes down to in the moment how the board is falling down.
Right. That's right.
It really does. It really does. Good advice there, Q. DeFons wants to know, do you see Ross Blacklock, defensive tackle, making the team? He's number 90 for us, for those just for reference. Man, I don't. Do you have a different answer, Q? I'll explain a little bit, but I want to hear if you.
No, I don't see it either.
Yeah, he hasn't made enough plays, and I think guys in front of him, like undrafted free agent Kurt Heinisch, he's number 69, and he was in the backfield almost every damn play. You're absolutely right, Eden. And so I'm going to combine these 2 points here. I think Heinisch might have taken Ross Blacklock's job. He was our 2020 second round pick. Yeah. So there's some pedigree there. There's some reputation there. There's some expectations there, and I don't think he's lived up to it.
That's right. That's right.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Heinisch is nice. He had 3 tackles for loss and a sack. Was it 4 tackles for loss and a sack? Let me see. It was something like that. He had a very, very good day. Where's the defense? Kurt Heinisch. I'm blind. Where'd he go? There it is. 3 tackles for loss and a sack. There you go. Which is a great game. All right, so let's keep going through these questions.
Yeah, we love the questions, man. We love the questions.
We love your guys' supports. D-Monty Magic. This is more of a comment, and I do want to hear you on this, Q. Monty says, I would be more patient with Mills in terms of his development if he was more decisive. Do you think Mills is kind of hesitant? Do you think he's not letting it rip? Like, that was something you mentioned about Driscoll. Driscoll was just letting it rip. He looked comfortable out there. Do you see that with Mills? Like, he's not being decisive enough?
You know, and I did feel like that, but as like I just mentioned a few minutes ago, like, it could be, Pep having something to do with Pep, in the offense being vanilla, and them trying to keep the offense hidden for the real season. I think that's playing into the factor too.
That's fair. I think it's fair to, think about this concern right now, but it is preseason at the end of the day, so let's give some more time, regular season playbook and whatnot, and then we'll see. Will the Texans sweep the Jags this year? You think we go in 2-0 against the Jags, Q? I think so.
I think or at least split. We'll at least split.
At least split, but we've won the matchups. I think we've swept them for a few years in a row now. Let us know in the comments below if you know what our record is, but I'm pretty sure we've swept them a few years in a row now. So that's very good. Quintin being on the that would be fun.
What do you say?
If you were on the current Texans defense, if you're in your prime right now, you're lining up with Jalen Petrie and Derek Stingley in the secondary with Steven Nelson and whatnot. That'd be a fun defense to watch.
Yo, I like Petrie a lot.
Right?
I like Petrie's game a lot. That little young fella, man. I'm excited about him and Stingley, man, for real. But man, if I was here, we'd be vibing for sure.
We'd be vibing. I'd love to see it, man. But yeah, Petrie, he's one of those safeties. Not all safeties want to tackle, and I'm sure you have a good perspective on this. Is that how do I ask this? What are your thoughts on kind of tackling versus more coverage? You got to do both. Is it certain skill sets? Some guys are gonna of course be better at coverage, and some guys will be better at tackling. Or what's your kind of take on that?
Man, this is the NFL, and we playing safety. We're not talking about playing cornerback. We're talking about safety, man. You got to be an all-around. Tackling got to be a part of your game, period.
Yes, sir.
It's not about if I want to. It's about if I can or not.
Mm-hmm.
Guys who don't tackle, they can't tackle, and that's fine. You better at covering, but you can't tackle. But you got to work on your tackling. You know what I'm saying? You got to grind at it. You settle for like a corner can. A corner can be like, okay, I don't tackle that well.
Yeah,
I just cover, right? But as a safety man, you got to be like, I don't know how to tackle that good, but I'm working at it every day. I'm working at it. I be better at it every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally know what you mean. Do you have a favorite? How are you? Was that something you had to work on over time, or do you think you naturally, since high school, you're good at tackling?
Man, so I was really good at tackling in high school.
Yeah.
And I got to college and I was terrible at tackling. And then I got to the league, I was really good at it.
Yeah.
A couple of years I was bad at it. And then toward the end of my career though, I took pride in being a guy who, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like this with me for real, to be honest with you.
Up and down.
As I'm coaching now, I recommend safeties, man, work on being an overall safety, and it comes with being a good tackler. You got to be able to.
Yep. So much about safety play right now is the versatility.
That's right.
Cover zone, cover man, play in the box, tackle, whatever type of ball carrier, you know what I mean? And so for you, I guess this would be interesting for you as someone who is, as a player, and you mentioned that it's kind of like your tackling is up and down, and now as a coach, is there a specific drill that you teach your players now to tackle? Do you have a favorite drill to teach tackling and to improve on the technique?
The circuit. It's more so just about doing the act every day.
Okay.
and demanding it be done well in 7-on-7.
Right.
And that you take the right angle in team drills. Like, don't take the play off with your tackling angles, right? Make sure you tag off with good form, good technique. Don't take the play off because the ball didn't come your way or we in practice. But like, learning to tackle on a run is how you get better at it. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. No, absolutely. Okay. Let's keep going. Monty has another question. Should Brevin Jordan's our tight end, number 9.
Yeah.
He's had some training camp hype. And I think in the games he's a little bit underwhelmed because he has a few drops at the moment. Should we switch positions, Q? He's more of the your typical like receiving tight end, your F tight end that's like not too much of a blocker, but a more like oversized wide receiver. Do you think you should switch to wide receiver? Do you think that's a potential move?
No, I mean possibly. Okay. I mean maybe like in a package or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Basically have him still like you can have him line up out wide, and then now he's gonna have the size advantage over a corner.
That's right. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so let's keep going through these questions. Murphy wants to know how many fullbacks do you see the Texans keeping on the roster? If they carry more than one fullback, I will be surprised.
Yeah, just one. Yeah, just any because we got a couple backs who can play fullback. Like Burkhead and what's the old head name?
Marlon Mack.
No, the other one. He might get cut though, right?
Royce Freeman.
Yeah, play fullback too.
Yeah, so Murphy says he's seen Royce Freeman playing fullback. It's something they tried this game versus the Niners, and I guess running back and fullback are very different positions. So for me, from an outsider's perspective, who has never played running back, never played fullback, like I don't know, Q, is it that easy to just kind of translate from one to the other?
Well, I think so because the game is evolving. Like you see Deebo Samuel playing running back, but here receiver. So running back and fullback the same thing in 2022. You know, it's the same thing. Like the game is evolving, man. We got to get with the program. You know what I'm saying? As a coach, you think about cutting the roster down. I'm like, man, I got backs. I don't need fullback. My backs can play fullback, and we can, use that for somebody else. Keep more receivers, keep more DBs, all safeties. You know
all about the safety. Keep them all, man. Just run 11 safeties on defense. That's all you need.
Now, you see what I'm saying, though, about like
it's about the versatility and it's about being able to do multiple jobs. The more jobs you can do for an offense or a defense, like the more valuable you're going to be. Right. Absolutely. And like I think we think of running backs, as runners mainly, but they have so many different jobs as pass catchers, as pass protectors, as lead blockers, like so much, man.
Really good. That's good stuff.
I definitely know what you mean. Who on the defensive side do you think could be cut? I couldn't spot many who played and made little to no impact. That's what Blake Taylor says. That's honestly what I thought about the defensive line. I thought our defensive line had more guys that were making plays than were quiet. Like everyone made plays. It was crazy.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard on that side to cut. To especially on the D line, it's gonna be hard, bro.
That's the hardest cut right there, the D line. I do think Blacklock will be gone. Yep. I think Rivers having the injury makes it easier now because now you can put him on IR.
Exactly, that's true.
Exactly. So I think your D line will look like Jerry Hughes, Mario Addison, John Grenard, Okoronkwo. That's 4 DNs. Probably Rasheem Green makes it 5 DNs, and then you'll take 5 DTs and because Lovey has said he wants to take 10 defensive linemen. So that's your 5 defensive ends. Your 5 DTs probably. So your starters, Malik Collins, Roy Lopez. I think Kurt Hinish has made the team. Thomas Booker is going to make the team because he's the rookie. And so one more. They'll probably take Dameon Harris at that point. They'll take Dameon Harris. 94. Okay. That's what I think the D-line will look like. Let's keep going through these questions.
Got a lot of questions. That's good.
We do. Let's go. Okay. Vari wants to know. He says, based off preseason, I honestly say we don't really have a clear number 1 tight end. Has anyone stood out to you at that position? Q?
That's a really good point. Man. I think basing tight end off of who can block better because we're gonna be running the ball.
Yes, sir.
We don't have to go one tight end with like pass catching, running routes, stuff like that. So whoever can block the best, I think that's the number 1 tight end for us.
I think so too. That's the identity of our offense. That's how we want to win football games through the ground. And so between Pharaoh Brown and Brevin Jordan, I definitely would say Pharaoh Brown's better.
Yep. I agree.
All right. Can be Havoc wants to know what week is Kenyon Green gonna start? I think he starts week 1, right, Q?
Yes. Yes. A lot of times, man, it could be like rest for the guys too. Like it's not like, you just not playing because you're not playing. It's like we're gonna save it because we don't want you to get hurt.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But week 1 come, you better be ready. You better be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a 15 overall. He's number 15. Yeah, man.
15th overall pick, man.
Put him in a fire right now. Let's go.
Exactly. And he showed that, even though he dealt with, a concussion during camp, he had knee surgery early this offseason. When you put him in the preseason, like, he looked great.
That's right.
So he's ready for this moment. If he had a bad preseason game, if he looked horrible, then I would say, okay, maybe, give him a week or two and see how he was looking in practices. But he looked good in the preseason game, so starting week 1, man.
Right.
And the thing is, the great thing about Green that I forgot to mention when you brought him up earlier, Q, is, in this one preseason game, we had him playing beside backups. But now you put him with the starters, he's going to be between Laramie Tunsil and Justin Britt. Like, it's going to help him a lot to have better teammates around him.
Make his job easier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm very optimistic about Green. Very much liked it. What other questions you guys got for us? These are more like statements.
They're not really good ones. Just click through them if it's a lot.
I mean, it's more just like,
doesn't matter.
Just more like people are just saying things like.
Doesn't matter if the preseason they are trying to make, huh?
Right. They're more just like making comments at this point.
Okay, I got you.
What's up, Smokey? How you doing, man? I think we got a JJ Watt type of defensive player in that new undrafted look. I wouldn't go that far.
Wait, what?
Slow down.
Who is that?
Nal Patel, man. I like Current Hinish as much as the next guy, but let's chill on the JJ Watt talk. That man is a goat. That man's a Hall of Famer.
That's a different breed right there, bro.
Exactly. Okay, finally, we got to a question. Cold Stubbs wants to know, do you think we stack up well against the Colts and that we have a legit shot to win week 1? Q, I know you've mentioned that before, like seeing the Texans in person has changed your perspective on them, and now through this preseason, it's changed your perspective on them too. Are you optimistic enough now? Do you think we're going to take the dub versus the Colts?
I think I went from 100% zero. I mean, chance to having a chance to probably 80%. All right, like coaching, it's 80-20 now. I don't know how it's going to shake out, but I just think the Colts got too much firepower. They mission. I really feel like the AFC is between them and the Titans. As we are rebuilding, just to be, you know what I'm saying.
I think that's a very good, grounded, realistic take, honestly. I know we've looked really, really good in preseason, but historically, preseason success doesn't always translate to the regular season.
That's good stuff, bro. That's right.
One of the worst NFL teams in history, the Detroit Lions, when they went 0-16 in the regular season, they were 3-0 in the preseason. So it's like, who knows what the hell this means, man? Who knows? It's great for us as fans and spectators to enjoy it right now. I'm not trying to say no one should enjoy these wins. Absolutely enjoy them. But we just don't know how they're going to translate perfectly to the regular season. And so I would also side with Q and say, cautiously, I don't think we're going to beat the Colts, but I think it'll be a very competitive game. I think it'll be a one-score game, and we'll be overall throughout the entire season, we'll be a more competitive team than, people are labeling us as. Everyone in the world, every big media, ESPN, whatever it may be, are all saying we're going to be 32nd in the league. And I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I don't think 32nd, bro.
No, sir. Kevin Glasgow wants to know, will they put Dameon Pierce on a pitch count? Will they be like 30 attempts? So 30, that wouldn't even be a pitch count again at that point. 30 is a lot of damn touches, man.
It's a lot of carries, man. No, we're gonna feed him the ball. It's gonna be how the game flows.
Yeah. And a lot of time when you're running a committee, it's gonna be who has the hot hand.
That's right.
On that day. I would expect Pierce to get majority of the carries, but I think they trust Rex Burkhead a lot more in the third down passing scenarios.
Yeah. I believe so.
Absolutely. Preseason doesn't mean shit, but it's still good to get the win. I'm with you guys. Gammon says, great game. I don't want to get your guys' hopes up too high, but I think the Texans are going to win the Super Bowl this year. He's a Niners fan.
Oh, good job, man. Way to be funny.
Okay. Texans. Okay. We got some Niners fans in here that are salty about the loss.
They mad about the loss?
Yeah. Okay. Smokey says, Jordan, I know it's going to sound crazy, but I think the Texans are going to be good enough to not be in position for Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, or Will Anderson. But I'm loving Anthony Richardson as a quarterback. Okay, we'll get to draft talk a little bit later in the season. We haven't started the season yet. But do you think we're going to be like a bottom 3 team, a bottom 5 team, a bottom 10 team? Because I think that's the general range we would be in, right? But maybe bottom 5 to bottom 10?
Man, just 5 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 to 10.
I'm with that. Who's your all-time Texans safeties?
Me or you? You go first.
Q Demps, where's he rank up? I don't know, man. I don't know. You made top 3.
Name
I
5.
got you.
You name 5.
Daniel Manning would definitely be. I think I feel like he's up there, man. Right? I'm not disrespecting you by saying that, right?
Bruh, I don't. Bruh.
I'm playing. I'm
going D-Man first. D-Man, Glover Quinn.
Glover Quinn was very underrated, man.
Yeah, very underrated. And then myself.
I think I was literally about to say that. I think right after those two, you're there then. I'm trying to think about the other guys. Like we had the Honey Badger for a season, but I don't really think of him as a Texan.
Ain't enough time.
Yeah, exactly. So I would genuinely say you're up there at number 3. There's more. I feel like we've had a lot of we've had good safeties and some good corners like J-Joe, K-Jax. We've had some good secondary guys, man.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think about, if we go stat-wise, I'm 2.
Yeah, true. You played more than Glover did here,
yeah. Didn't really have that many interceptions. So, but the fans, if you ask the fans, that I'm number 1. So
there you go. I love it, man. No, that was a great question, Anthony. Thank you. Yeah. What's our next question here? You guys are killing it in the chat. We appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe on YouTube. If you're listening to this later on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. If you leave us a 5-star review and a comment and a question, we'll answer your question on the next show, man.
That's right.
Cold Stub says, do you think Nick Caserio, general manager, will be active on the waiver wire in these couple weeks? I think so, man. I think once we cut down our roster to around 53, I think we're going to see who else is getting cut around the league.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be some guys that we're interested in.
Yeah.
That we are higher on than the 49ers are higher on, or the Bears, or whatever team. You know what I mean?
I think we're trying to find. I think he's going to try to find those veterans who release. You know what I mean? That may have a name or whatever.
Yeah, and they can bring their leadership and their winning pedigree.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I think if there was a position that I would guess that we would add, I think it would be tight end.
Tight end, exactly. Yeah, I think
we could use some depth there. Some depth for sure. Jordan, do you think the Titans are going to take a step back this season? Q, do you think, man, I don't know. Do you think they will? Do you think they'll be worse than they were before? Do you think they're going to get better? That even though they've lost AJ Brown, I feel like that's a good reason for them to step back, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a fan of Mike Vrabel. I think he's going. I just think he's going to keep them guys in the hunt every year.
He was there when you were there. He was a linebacker coach.
Yeah, man. He's just a player's guy, man. They just hard to break up that team. They got a bond over there, bro. They got a bond. You know what I'm saying? So again, we'll see though. We'll see.
We'll see. I think their defense will be good still. I think their offense, you still have Derrick Henry. Depends how healthy he is.
That's right.
He really is.
That's true.
It'll come down to that, man. Technical playoff this season, man. I would love it, man. I'll get a tattoo on my face.
Wow.
I go to playoffs this season. I got a face tat.
What happened? But
Andre Howe was nice too. Andre Howe would be in the top 5. I think you'd be right after.
My boy Dre Howe.
How you forget with him, Q? Come on.
Dre Howe definitely top 5 too. Matter of fact, he probably, if he was still playing, he'd probably be number 1, right? Because he got 3-4 more years. He probably 5 more years left, 6 more years left. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, Dre Howe was good. That's right.
He was young. He retired 26, something like that.
Yep.
Something like that, man. Jeez. Who else? Ed Reed, man.
No.
He did not have a good tenure with us. He did not. Okay, so Texas Boss gave us 5. Daniel Manning, Quintin Demps, Andre Howell, Glover Quinn, and Justin Reed.
Oh, Justin Reed was pretty nice.
He was pretty nice for the few years this year. Yeah, I like that top 5. Those are the right 5 guys. We can argue the order and whatnot, but I like that.
Yeah, D-Man takes stuff to the career. I love D-Man's game too.
Yeah. He was so smart, man.
Yeah, I love D-Man's game.
You could just tell. Absolutely. All right. I think that's going to do it for us. We really appreciate you guys for tuning in, for all the comments, for all the love. If you haven't already, follow both of us on Twitter, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify on the Believe in Texans show. And that's going to do it. I guess we'll be back next Sunday to talk about, I don't know if there's any cuts or trades or whatever. I guess we'll react to the final 53-man roster next week, next Sunday. And then September 11th, we will be back to talk Colts. Oh, my God. I guess we already went over win-loss. Do you have like an early score prediction, perhaps?
I'm thinking 35, 14, 35.
Damn. Okay. I think it's gonna be lower. I don't think we're gonna give up 35. I can see us giving up like 25 to 28. I don't know about giving up 35, Q. Damn.
You don't like that, boy. You don't like that.
Nah, you disrespecting our defense.
I got you. Coach has got a high power offense, man. We'll see though. We'll see. I may be right, Jordan.
You may be right. You You never know, man.
I hope not, but it's
yeah, we got damn.
Got to keep John Mitchie, man, in the prayers, man, as he's fighting leukemia.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We'll keep praying about him, man, for real, as he's getting through that stuff.
Absolutely, man. That's a great point. Prayers up. All the good vibes, all the good energy sent to the Mechie family. Right. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us, man. Q, appreciate you, man, for coming on as always and us having a good discussion, man. It was a lot of fun, dude.
It was. Appreciate it.
All right, y'all. Take care. Come back next week. We'll see you later.